All right, hey, gorgeous one. It's another day in the Indie Eye Week. And this time we're going to be talking about Lunatick Labs and how this beautiful look I got and some other things about them. So if you would like to hear about Lunatick Labs on this Indie Eye Week, don't go anywhere. We're going to get started. Talk about Lunatick Labs. I have two palettes from them. I have the Zombie Defense palette and I have the Elvira palette. Lunatick Labs is out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so they're down the street from me, down the street, like it's right there. Okay, so they're in Wisconsin. I was able to get these palettes on a discount because I purchased them at the makeup show in Chicago. So I paid $15 for the Elvira and I paid $20 for the Zombie Defense. They did have another one, and now that I looked at them, I'm like, dang, I should have got that one too. This one is no longer available. I think this is a limited edition. They're doing they have Elvira and now they have Vampira, and so this is the way it looks. I'll cover the mirror, but this is the way the palette looks. It's really cute with this little stand up. And these are the colors for this one, the Elvira palette, and then this is the colors for the Zombie Defense. The normal retail price for these are $35 each. So that's the first thing. But let me tell you about the shadows themselves. The shadows themselves are lovely. They are very pigmented. As you can see on my eyes, I have them on right now. And they worked. You know, I like, even though sometimes you kind of luxuriate in making an eye look, but it's always good when you're working on an eye look and it goes kind of fast because the blend isn't that hard. These blend beautifully. Okay, and I'm going to show you all another look I did with them, just playing with it. And I know I've been told when you playing, I need to be filming, but I was just playing with this particular look, wanting to get that bright cobalt blue look, because this one has that bright cobalt blue, and I wanted to do that bright cobalt blue eye that, you know, is so popular now, and see, could I make it happen? And I must say, I rock. And these were so beautiful to work with. You know, patting on that blue, it really is so intense, and it didn't take much to, you know, get that color on. Now, let me just show you both of these palettes. Now, the thing I will say about them, I do enjoy them. Let me say I don't regret buying them, especially since I got them both for $35, which makes sense to me because honestly, at $35 a piece, I would not buy them. Just being honest, because when I remember, I have gone on the site because I've heard of Lunatick Labs before. Part of the reason why I hadn't bought them is because of the price. Because I was like, it's only 5 shadows for $35. Oh no! But the shadows are very good quality. I will say this. Now, this one, the Elvira, has a blush in it, which is awesome. Now, the thing I will say about them, and the other reason why I say don't get these at $35, is because looking at this, you really can't do a lot with them. You kind of need more of the Lunatick Lab or an additional palette to really rock out a really nice look. Like, I've been able to make looks with these, but I've been combining both of these. Like in this look, I used the Macabre, I've used the Aunt Morgana, and I've used the Unpleasant Dreams in this one. And then I also used the Red Rum Red and the Brains in this one. So it took me using two palettes that cost me that would normally cost $35, which is $70, to make these looks. And honestly, I really wouldn't be making a lot of looks with this particular palette. I mean, honestly, I'm just being real. This particular palette is cute, but it isn't something that I could say I could pay $35 for these shades and feel like, oh, okay, I got a good deal. I can make some things happen. Like, for instance, the Dose of Colors, like the Sassy Siennas, are $32. That's about the same thing for 5 shadows. However, the 5 shadows look like this, and so therefore, if you're doing a matte look, you can create a very beautiful look out of this one palette, even without adding in any shimmers or anything. You can make a nice look. This right here, I was inspired, but I was inspired because I had 2 of them. If I had just bought one, I'd have been like, okay, well, let me work on this. It would have really taken a lot to get something going with it. So when I talk about them, yes, if you like them, if you're willing to pay for them, I would say go ahead and buy them, because the quality of the shadows is beautiful. I love the pigmentation. I love how they blend together. I love all those things, but it's just the price is just, I can't do it. I can't do it. But anyway, with all that being said, let me show you how this look came about, and you can see how I did this look. Oh, and if you would like for me to do that other look, the blue, please let me know. I can recreate it, and it really isn't that hard. And I know everybody got a blue shadow going on right now, so if you like to see how I recreated it so you could try to make it with the shadows that you have, let me know. All right, let's go ahead and watch this video, but don't forget, leave a comment or two, you know, just say a few things. All right, so let's get to the video.
I apologize for the flashing lights. I forgot that I had turned them on. I will turn them off in a little bit. But first I'm using the Macabre in the Elvira palette, and I'm using that as my transition. Now it's a muted red. It's not a super vibrant red. So if you're looking for that, this is not what it is. It's a pretty muted red, which is really kind of goes with the Elvira vibe of her makeup when she used to you know, do her makeup for her show. Whew, sorry, I had to turn those lights off for you all. So next up in the Zombie Defense palette, I'm using the Red Rum Red, which is a burgundy color, to work on my crease, to deepen up that crease area. I'm really not that concerned about how I'm doing, how it's coming out, because I am going to clean my lid and, you know, use some concealer to cut out my, do a half cut crease. I need to do a halo. I haven't done a halo in a while. Let me think about that. So next up, I'm using the Unpleasant Dreams, which is the black, and it's a really intense black. So I use very small amounts of it just to deepen up the outer V. So I barely tapped into it, you know, just to like build it up and give it, you know, enough just to deepen up that burgundy color, not to overpower it. Can I speak? All right, so now I've, you know, cleaned up my crease, my lid, and now I'm using the Gain Green in the Zombie Defense. Now, I did not wet the brush, and you see how intense the color is. Now, the thing is, if I had wet it, it would probably have had a little more shimmer in it, because it's a very light shimmer. These are not metallics, they are shimmers. And so now next up, I'm using Aunt Morgana out of the Elvira palette on the outer half of my lid. And so I wound up going back in and spraying the brush, because I wanted that to have a little more intensity and give it a little shimmer. All right, so then I wanted to blend the color. So I used a little red rum to blend the colors together. And then what I did is, in between those two colors, the Gain Green and the Aunt Morgana, I used Brains as a shimmer, you know, like a shimmer, like a blend, to blend them together. And so that is it. And let me show you the look. All right, so here is the look. I really am loving this pop of Gain Green. That Gain Green, it's really hot, y'all. I'm liking it. I don't know. I think I'm getting better, and I'm not as you know, y'all know I'm not the best with these. I'm not real comfortable with them, but I'm getting more comfortable. But anyway, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and leave a comment or two. And as always, be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free. Have a great day.